Yo! Video games.
What up, dudes? Matt here, and I'm back with a little video that, hey, this might just be a kind of a fun thing to do. So, everyone talking about Game of the Year, we're getting to that point, and frankly, it was like, hey, I've talked about this before, but let's make a video of it. And this was a pretty fun idea that Nadia had. She, was like, why don't you just make a video of voting? I'm like, you know what? She right. As always. So I'm just gonna go through the Game Awards thing, sign in, and I'm gonna just vote. I mean, we only count for 10%, but hey, whatever. It's this is where I stand on their nominees, not my nominees, their nominees. But they start right at the top. So Game of the Year, Kingdom Come Deliverance. I've played all these except Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, but there is no universe in which I would enjoy this game, especially not for Game of the Year. So, yeah, I'm sure it's a great game. Whatever. I would never enjoy it. Silk Song is very good, but just too big. Hades is good. It's more of the same. DK Bonanza is pretty good. Oh, no, you know what? I didn't play Death Stranding 2 on the beach. I'm voting for Claire Obscure. It's pretty obvious. Yay, keep voting. Next category, Game of the Year. Claire Obscure. I mean, I kind of really wanted to say Donkey Kong. But Donkey Kong got kind of boring in the middle. The level design just wasn't it, and the music outside of like the Pauline songs was most of the time wasn't that impressive. I was a little disappointed. It was David Wise and Grant Kirkhope were sorely missed on that game. So, next category, direction. Game direction. Okay, so this one is going to be like, how well was an idea realized? And I think this one really boils down to Claire Obscure versus Split Fiction, personally. And there's part of this. I feel like this really can go either way. On the one hand, I feel like Joseph Fares' Split Fiction is basically Joseph Fares at Joseph Fares' peak, at his best, whatever, right? This is like the director hitting his peak. Claire Obscure was basically like, look, we want to make a game that, like a bunch of other games we've enjoyed all our life, we just want to make our own version of, something we've all loved before, like Lost Odyssey and Golden Sun and what have you. But I think as much as I kind of want to do this for Split Fiction, it is kind of like, okay, it's a director doing what he's good at, doing it great once again. And Claire Obscure is a little bit more. It was a little bit more of a gamble because they were basically taking elements from all these different JRPGs that they loved and kind of making it work. And I mean, it wasn't even so much like a hodgepodge. It was more just kind of like, look, we like world maps, we like Mario and Luigi stuff, we like certain aspects. We're just gonna make our own version of that. So I'm gonna go with Claire Obscure for direction, although I think it's very close. Narrative. Oi. I have issues. I have big issues with Act 3 of Claire Obscure. And Yote was... Now, I'm gonna go on a limb here. I've watched and read and seen things for Silent Hill F, having not actually played it. But we're talking narrative here. You do not need to play a game to know about its narrative. You can watch a playthrough fully. And I know what? I'm gonna vote Silent Hill F for best narrative. I feel like this one was, and like I said, the things I love most in video games is if you're doing a story-based video game, is that you have something you want to say. You have a theme, you have a moral, you have a viewpoint you really want, art you want to display. And even if I don't agree with it, I think it's better when there's a clear author's voice vision. And Silent Hill F definitely has a clear message it's trying to get out. And I agree more with the message. And in this instance, I agree with the message, but this is a very message-driven game, and I applaud the writers for that. And so I'm giving that one to Silent Hill Best art direction. Clair Obscur is obviously very good. I like a lot about it. Yote is also, again, very pretty, going for a more high contrast view of reality, but it was too damn fucking cloudy all the time, and no way to actually make the clouds go away unless you went into photo mode, which is pausing the game. These are all pretty good. These are all pretty strong. I'm giving this to Hades 2 because Jen's art and art style is still fucking immaculate. Still the best. Like, as far as just like general character designs go, fuck. Hades 2 wins this by a landslide. So I'm giving best art direction to Hades 2. It is again, it is just more great art from the same great artists from the first game, but it's hard to beat. Best score and music. Again, very, very, very disappointed in the judges here for not putting South of Midnight on here, and they put fucking Death Stranding 2 on here with a shit ton of licensed music that wasn't even made for the game. Some was, some wasn't. Yeah, this one's a bit of a, man, fuck you guys. Like that South of Midnight deserved its flowers. I'm upset. I am just very disappointed with the judges for this nomination list. That being said, I think Silksong, it's good, but it doesn't have anything that hits as hard as like City of Tears. Hades 2 is also good, much like the first game. Kind of same with Yote. Like Hades 2 and Ghost of Yote, Darren Korb, Toma Otawa. They both have this very like, okay, this is just kind of like more good music in the same vein as the last one. Obviously, the breakout hit is Lorien Testard for Clair Obscur. This wasn't really a debate. This wasn't really a challenge or a question. But I feel South of Midnight should have been mentioned. Should have been nominated. I don't know if it would win. I don't know if I'd say it's the best, but it should have been nominated. You know what? The only one not really any familiarity with being Death Stranding 2, I'm giving this to Battlefield 6. That had some amazing audio design. I'm surprised Arc Raiders isn't there. Yeah, obviously the whole, the whole AI voice command prompts, but like the rest of the audio design was very good. Very, very fucking good. Best performance. Okay, so this one's a little weird where, obviously the standouts are Ben Starr, Jennifer English for Expedition. Charlie Cox got a whole lot of respect out of me where he was just like, why are you nominating me? My award should go to my mocap actor. So huge fucking props for him. Erika Ishii is both the facial model, character model, I believe mocap and voice of the Ghost of Yote. Except I played in Japanese. So it just looked like Erika Ishii, but it has someone else's voice coming out. So I actually have no idea how her performance is. I assume it's great. I have no doubt her performance was fantastic in the game. Jennifer English is a huge standout here. I think Ben and Charlie both did a great job as the sort of dual male protagonists in Expedition. They both did a great job. Where is Andy Serkis? Andy Serkis should be here. Like, if you're going to have 3 fucking people from Expedition 33, I definitely think Andy Serkis should have been up there. Everyone kind of did a great job. I think Jennifer did the standout there. Konatsu Kata also very good. But as much as, yes, he's famous, he's been around forever, Troy did an absolutely standout job of filling in for Harrison Ford, to the point where even I, the most cynical and pessimistic, was like, damn, he fucking nailed it. I'm giving this to Troy. I like Troy's performance so much. I want him to come in and retroactively replace all the lines on the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland with Troy. I want him to redo all the voice samples with his Harrison Ford impersonation. So I'm giving this to Troy. He fucking earned it. Innovation and accessibility. So I played 3 of these. Ascreed Shadows, Doom, The Dork Ages, South of Midnight. I'm going to go with Doom, The Dork Ages, because there is a shit ton of stuff, because the whole game is based around pairing and strafing and all these cues that they went way out of their way to make sure that people who are completely fucking colorblind can find ways to still enjoy the game, which is kind of hard to do when your game is mostly fucking gray and brown, and then you have all this color-coded projectiles that are like, okay, that you're meant to be. The reason the game is so gray and dark is because the bullets and the projectiles are so brightly colored, but if you're colorblind, you're fucked. But they went out of their way to make sure that there was ways to help people for that. So I'm going Doom the Dork Ages on that one. Games for Impact. I don't actually have any say in this, except I played South of Midnight. What say you?
Well, you already know what I'm gonna pick.
You say Despelote? Which is a very personal game. And South of Midnight is very good too, although it is made by Canadians. with lots of collaboration, lots and lots of collaboration from people from the South. And Wanderstop was I watched you play that. It's very good too. Between the two for Games for Impact, you would say Despelote hits the mark harder.
I would say that personally.
Yeah. So we're going Despelote. Good authority. Best ongoing: 14, Footnut, Helldivers, Rivals, No Man's Sky again. I played all of these except No Man's Sky. I played all these except 14. I haven't played 14 recently, but I played the other 3 semi-recently. Rivals is really making some fucking strides. They added the 18 versus 18 mode. They added, it feels like they're really, I don't know. It feels like Rivals is really trying to like be, they've added some fan favorites. They're adding more fan favorites. I've actually been impressed with the number of characters and maps they've been kind of updating on this. So I'm giving that one to Marvel Rivals. Although Fortnite you could argue, but fuck Tim Sweeney. Best community support. It's fucking Baldur's Gate. Best independent game. Claire Obscure should not fucking be here. Period. I have played all of these. I have played all the indies. I have played more indies than mainline, more indies than GOTYs. So, yeah, Indie Revolution here. What would you, looking at this, what would you pick as the best indie game?
Oh, you already know.
Yeah, is it Absalom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm picking Absalom. Now, I did pick Claire Obscure for Game of the Year. Claire Obscure should not fucking be here. I'm going Absalom on this one. Best indie game, for sure. Best debut indie game. Again, you have no business being here. I did not know. Oh, yeah, they removed Megabonk. Did something else get removed? I don't know. Megabonk got removed because the guy was like, I'm not indie. This is not my first video game. I'm not, I'm not a debut anything. So, again, judges, for fuck's sake. And also debut indie game. This was made with Dispatch is good, but it was made with fucking money and people who'd been working at Telltale. Some people who've been working at Telltale Games for years. This ain't fucking indie. Claire Obscure ain't fucking indie. Blueprints was pretty cool, but it was a little bit like, oh my god, what do we do? Between Blueprints and Despelote, what would you pick?
I already know what I'm gonna say.
You guys say Despelote?
Yes. He has a lot of heart in it, and a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. Because I saw interviews and things like that, and he used his actual parents. He got them. They were divorced. He got them back together so then they can do the voice lines.
Oh, wow.
Like everything was very natural.
Jeez.
They were like, hey, pretend we're back in this year, and what was going on through your head? What are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
I respect that.
I
I
don't-
respect the authenticity.
Yeah, I'll give it to Display because I'm really suspicious that Blueprints is a debut indie game. It might be a new studio, but it's also kind of like this feels disingenuous to say like it'd be like if someone famous quit from Nintendo or Square and they started their own studio and like I'm a debut indie. No, the fuck you're not. Like, I'm gonna give it to Despelote again. Best mobile game. Oh wow. Well, I've played Sonic Rumble. I feel like this is one of those like, should I even vote for this? I think the fact that I've only played one of these, I'm gonna abstain my vote, which is what judges should do, but they probably don't. Withering Waves. I know that's the big Genshin clone. This is gonna win the Uma Musume Pretty Derby, Uma Thurman Masamune. Yeah, whatever. I've only played Sonic Rumble. I had fun with it, but no. Best VR AR. I played Midnight Walk. I'm abstaining. Best action game. Again, what a weird, stupid category. Where first-person shooters are mixed with roguelikes and third-person. Anyways, of all these games here, which I have played all of the games in the best action game category, this one goes to Shinobi. You should all play Shinobi. Shinobi's fucking amazing. Definitely one of the best games in the year. Like top 5, easy. Best action adventure: Death Stranding, Ghost of Yotei, Silk Song, Great Sir. Played all these except Death Stranding. I think this one's gonna sound weird, guys, but I think the most well put together of all of these is Split Fiction. Indie's good, but there's a lot of downtime where I'm doing shit as indie that like, why the fuck do I care about this? Like, why am I spending a half hour like going shopping for a lighter? It's stupid. Ghost of Yotei, it's good. It's more than a ghost. It is good, but I don't feel like the problems from the first Ghost were really fixed to an adequate enough degree in Yotei. Namely, I don't think the combat's a little better, but it's not way better. Split Fiction, I think, was like solid start to finish. I'm giving it to Split Fiction. Best RPG. Why the fuck is Monster Hunter Wilds here? Once again, why are you here? This is stretching the definition. This is an online multiplayer game. Online multiplayer RPG aspects, you kind of sort of argue, but fuck, dude, no. Monster Hunter Stories is an RPG. Claire Obscure, duh. Best fighting. Okay. Very weird because we've got 2 new games, 2 collections, and a repackage of an old game. I don't know if I protest vote away by saying like these are not new games. I'm not going to vote for a collection. Or not vote for an old game like Why Are You Here? On the one hand, CVS 2 is the greatest fucking fighting game ever made. You know what, though? There is things they did to this which has never been done, such as bringing the Alpha 3 Max characters into play. So I fucking hate doing this, and I really kind of want to vote for VF, but like they've been re-releasing VF5 over and over again. Sorry, Sega. I love VF5, but I've just been playing it for so long now. And the single player stuff is cool in Revo. I'm happy about it. I'm very happy for that, but it's like this feels like it's a fucking up. This feels like a patch. It's like DLC. Best family game. Why Split Fiction here? I don't feel that's a family game. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, Mario Kart. Well, Mario Kart World is the biggest disappointment of the year for me. Lego Party can go eat a dick. Going to Bonanza. Best sim strategy game. Again, have not really played these, so not gonna vote. Gonna abstain. Sports and racing. Well, I've played 2 of these and abstaining in March. I'm abstaining. I feel like if there's like 3 or more, I should abstain. Best multiplayer. I played all of these. And this is a very high quality game. So is Battlefield 6. I'm giving it to Peak. I don't even know if I need to say anymore. Best adaptation. I watched none of these. Most anticipated game. For me, I guess it's between Resident Evil 9 and Marvel's Wolverine. I'm sure all of these will be quality in some way or another. Fuck, I'm not that excited for any of them, honestly. Like, everything we've seen from RE9 is like, cool, more RE. Wolverine is... I'm sure it'll be good. I guess I'll give it to RE9, but I'm kind of lukewarm on all of it. Content creator, let's just go Moist Critical. Let's be real here. Best esports game. But esports! I haven't played any of these. Abstain. Best athlete. Oh, Kakeru. Menard. Oh, we gotta give his flowers. Menard deserves his flowers. Best esports team. Abstain. Round 1. Player's voice. 3. Interesting. I have no idea what they mean by this. 3 rounds, 3 chances to vote. Have questions? Okay. Opens December 1st. So that's for round 1. Anyways. I guess we have to wait for December for the vote to count. So anyways, the video goes up before then. Now you know where I stand. Let me know what you guys think, where you were gonna vote for. And we'll talk about it and let me know your snubs. You know, who's the most snubbed at the why is it Pirate Yakuza? All right, guys. I'll do it for me for this round of voting, and I'll see you on the channel later, dude.